and down and round about. If it's country music you're talking about, chat with me and I'll hear you out on JPF Country Australia.
G'day everyone, and welcome to my very first episode of JPF Country Australia. On my new series, we'll talk about everything Australian country music. I'll talk about upcoming gig guides, upcoming artist shows, so you can plan your stay here in Australia and your time with these shows. I'll also do interviews with fellow artists and learn a little bit more about their personal side and also their creative side. Not only that, we'll have a lot of fun. For my first episode, I'd like to present something that's very dear to my heart, and we're going to do a throwback to 1979, where Dolly Parton came to Australia for 2 shows only. Enjoy.
Hello, Molly.
Hello, Dolly. First of all, I've got it sort of rather wilted at the moment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Countdown for a start.
Well, thank you. This is a
Hey,
great
what
little
about
audience.
this lady? She's marvellous.
All
I
don't know
can
what about her.
say is, all I can say is that Western Australia, you may have bits of Skylab hanging all around your state, but I've got Dolly Parton.
And I've got Molly.
Now listen, we're going to sort of compare the show tonight, both of us, and we're going to sort of intro a couple of new acts, right?
And I'm looking forward to it. I've really looked
Hey?
forward to this, and I met a lot of your audience when they first came in early today. So we have some real good-looking
We
folks
sure
on the
do.
show
We've
today.
got now. Listen, I've got to ask about yourself because,
Okay.
you go through so many facets of music. Country singer, and then going into sort of a rock number like Here We Go Again or Here We Come Again, and then Baby I'm Burning into disco. I mean, how can you do it?
Well, I really just love to sing, and a lot of the music that I do, or most of the music, are songs that I write myself, and I just have fun doing this. I enjoy meeting people, and I hope they enjoy it, and I'm really happy to be here because I'm loving all this music that we're hearing today.
Now, how does Dolly Parton get to write songs, the time to write songs?
Well, actually, I do tour a lot, but I find the time to do it sort of like a hobby as I travel around the country.
hobby.
Yeah, but I just like it. It's easy.
What a great chemistry Dolly and Molly have together. It's just absolutely refreshing and delightful to see that, don't you think?
There's something I have to ask you, something I have to know without going
Why am
back
I
to the United
perspiring?
States. No, I have to know all these great names of these groups. I just want to know how you got the name Molly. I mean, a name that rhymes with Dolly, and you don't look like a Molly to me.
No, it's just a sort of a radio DJ when I was writing a column gave it to me, and I'm stuck with it. sort of
Okay,
like
well,
that,
I
you know.
just wondered because I knew
So it's Molly and Dolly doing the show. Look, I'm perspiring and the makeup keeps coming up, and like all I can say is that being with you, I'm burning. Baby, I'm burning. It's true. I've got to take my coat off. Do you mind
Okay,
if I
well, I
take
don't
my
care
coat
if you
off?
take your clothes
Meanwhile,
off.
listen, we've got to go on with the show as well. I am really so hot. Offshore banking business and banana splits. I mean, how crazy is that?
Oh, well, it's crazy, but it's good.
I know.
I like crazy things. That's why I wanted to join you today.
Please, Tom. Dr. Feelgood. Lee, can you come over? Listen, we've been talking about images just through that number as well. And you're saying about Lee's image and different rock groups and
Right.
that.
Well, I think it's amazing how everybody looks so different. We all work hard to look the way
Right.
we look, like, you know, with the wigs and the clothes. And this
Lee,
guy's
I'd like to
great.
introduce you to
are
Dolly.
wonderful. I heard you earlier. Yeah, thank you.
Dolly was just saying about images, Lee, you know, like...
The
they sort of
clothes
do
and the
become part
hair.
and parcel of rock and roll, don't
Yeah,
they?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah? You've got to work into a microphone, I've been told, because, you know...
you can have mine.
All right. Our image is we're just straight English-style rock and roll band from pubs, and it's that music we play in London, you know.
Well,
Well,
I
you-
like it. It's good.
You've got a great following out here. And what do you think of Dolly's image?
Don't say.
No, just...
Well, it's great.
Listen, we've got a very big surprise for you here. It's for the rest of the group. We've got plaques for the rest of the group, but this is from
Oh, yeah?
Festival Records. And it's just to remember us in Australia from Festival Records.
All right. Thank you
All right?
very much indeed.
And thanks very much for coming on the show.
Now, what I'm holding on to here is Dolly Parton's record, Great Balls of Fire, which she signed in 1979, the night after she did that presentation with Molly Meldrum. I'm absolutely delighted to have this in my collection.
All right, talking about sensation, we've been with Dolly for most of the show today, and she has a new album out. She did the title track of this album to open the show called Great Balls of Fire, and she's got, she's written a lot of songs on this album, but also the fact is that we've also pre-taped a song before Countdown started today, actually, and it's called You're the Only One, and it's roaring up the American charts, and we'll be featuring it in the show in another couple of weeks. So watch out for this album, Great Balls of Fire, and I think that actually Great Balls of Fire should be a single because I think it could be sensational. All right. Another album, which has also been released, is called Both Sides of Dolly Parton, and I think this is quite a sensational album in the effect that not only is she a great-looking lady and she can really sing, but she also is a great songwriter, and she, apart from songs like Jolene that she's written, most of the songs on this album are a reflection of Dolly going over the past 3 or 4 years. So watch out for that album as well, The Both Sides of Dolly Parton. Back near the end of the show, Dolly. All I can say is that I saw you on the Don Lane show, and I saw you doing Michael Willesee. And to be honest, I've never been more nervous doing a show in my life.
Oh, well, you don't need to be nervous around me.
I know that.
Well,
I just want to say that I've worked with a lot of people. On Countdown, I've worked with a lot of people, and I sincerely mean this, you are one of the nicest people that I could have ever worked with in my life.
Well, what a nice thing to say, and I've enjoyed the show. I think you handle this real well, and I hope I can come back and be with you again
certainly
sometime.
can. You've got to come back longer next time because you're only performing, in Melbourne on Monday night, tomorrow night.
Right.
And Sydney on Wednesday night.
Exactly, but I will come back if the people will have me, and we're looking forward to the show, so
well, look, I tell you what, you have made everyone, and I'm sure even Western Australia, all those people digging around on the ground, forget about Skylab because you are sensational.
Well, thank you, and you're wonderful too, Molly. Thank you.
Listen, and I just want to say good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night,
Good night,
Australia.
What a milestone moment. The first time Dolly Parton came to Australia in 1979, and she decided to go on Countdown with Molly Meldrum. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of JPF Australia, and look out for my next one coming very soon. Good night.
I'm up and down and round about. If it's country music you're talking about, chat with me and I'll hear you out on JPF Country Australia.